The greatest humiliation in life is to work hard on something for which you expect great appreciation and then fail to get it. Whatever you do it with all your might. Work at it, early and late, in season and out of season, not leaving a stone unturned, and never deferring for a single hour that which can be done just as well now. When leaders know how to lead great meetings, there's less time wasted and less frustration. We have more energy to do that work that matters, realize their full potential, and do great things. One of my primary objects is to form the tools so the tools themselves shall fashion the work and give to every part its just proportion. Great work is done by people who are not afraid to be great. The more we pour the big machines, the fuel, the pesticides, the herbicides, the fertilizer and chemicals into farming, the more we knock out the mechanism that made it all work in the first place. An artist never works under ideal conditions. If they existed, his work wouldn't exist, for the artist doesn't live in a vacuum. Some sort of pressure must exist. The artist exists because the world is not perfect. Art would be useless if the world would be perfect, as man wouldn't look for harmony but would simply live in it. How do you go from where you are to where you want to be? And I think you have to have an enthusiasm for life. You have to have a dream, a goal, and you have to be willing to work for it. Throwing out pre-clearance when it has worked and it is continuing to work to stop discriminatory charges is like throwing away your umbrella in a rainstorm because you are not getting wet. It is teamwork that makes the dream work. Nature is ever at work building and pulling down, creating and destroying, keeping everything whirling and flowing, allowing no rest but in a rhythmical motion, chasing everything in endless song out of one beautiful from one to another. Work hard and have patience. Because no matter who you are, you're going to get hurt in your career and you have to be patient to get through the injuries. It's like gambling somehow. You go out for a night of drinking and you don't know where you're going to end up the next day. It could work out good or it could be disastrous. It's like the throw of the dice. It's good to test yourself and develop your talents and ambitions as fully as you can and achieve greater success. But I think success is the feeling you get from a job well done, and the key thing is to do the work. Together with a culture of work, there must be a culture of leisure as gratification. To put it another way, people who work must take the time to relax, to be with their families, to enjoy themselves, read, listen to music, play a sport. When you discover your mission, you will feel its demand. It will fill you with enthusiasm and a burning desire to get to work on it. The work environment is very important in determining how enjoyable work is. It is very important to work with smart guys who have a superior level of intellectual bandwidth and still have other softer skills as well. The best work is not what is most difficult for you, it is what you do best. It's great feeling when your work is appreciated. Never lose the childlike wonder. Show gratitude. Don't complain. Just work harder. Never give up. The first thing you learn is sacrifice and how to keep moving forward in life, helping your parents to put food on the table. You learn how to fight with the work, then you start to learn values. No man ever got very high by pulling other people down. The intelligent merchant doesn't knock his competitors. The sensible worker doesn't knock out those who work with him. Don't knock your friends. Don't knock your enemies. Don't knock yourself. Young people are threatened by the evil use of advertising techniques that stimulate the natural indication to avoid hard work by promising the immediate satisfaction of every desire. Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and the total of all those acts will be written the history of the generation. We either make ourselves miserable or we make ourselves strong. The amount of work is the same. There is a computer disease that anybody who works with computers knows about. It's a very serious disease and it interferes completely with the work. The trouble with computers is that you play with them. Your ego can become an obstacle to your work. If you start believing in your greatness, it is death of your creativity. You only live once, but if you work it right, once is enough. The work of a team should always embrace a great player, but the great player must always work. Never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is the unique you. Have an aim in life. continuously acquire knowledge, work hard, and have perseverance to realize the great life. Critique, feedback, reaction to one's work, or the way they have presented it, regardless of intention, is a gift.